the office. Wee!
Okay.
I got
And now we're gonna sit here for around 2 hours.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Do you really think that Machina's the Yatagarasu?
Yes, if my logic is sound, I believe she is.
Then I'm not going to let her get away with ruining the name of the Yatagarasu.
But can you prove that she's the but can you prove she's the Yatagarasu in question?
If Detective Gumshoe can find what I'm hoping he will find, then I should be able to.
And just what if you're hoping he'll find?
Let's just say this. I had Detective Gumshoe do a little experiment for me earlier.
An experiment? As if the detective has brains for high science.
It wasn't that mentally taxing. I had him use the same escape route as the Yatagarasu.
And what did you find? What's happened to your voice? Okay, wait. And what did you find out by doing that?
First, that it's possible for a person to fit through the revolving wall door. Second, that by going through there, his coat was covered in ash and Babalese ink.
Who cares that his coat is covered in? It's not worth that much anyway.
Ah, but is it really worth so little? I believe that it's actually quite a meaningful result, the value of which I'm about to prove.
Mr. Edgeworth, I found some things you really need to see, sir. Wee!
Just in time.
Oh, so what are these things that you found?
Some makeup, a coat, and a pair of shoes, sir.
Aha.
You found a coat? You hear that, Mr. Edgeworth? Maybe it's the one the person I was chasing was wearing.
Yes, the possibility does exist. Agent Sheena, were these pieces of evidence not in the room when you examined it?
Unfortunately for you, those aren't suspicious items of any sort.
Uh-oh.
I can take over for a second.
Okay, sure.
They all belong to me. They were getting in the way, so I stored them in that room.
Thank you for bringing them to me. It's a good trip. May I have them back now?
Hold it! These items that the detective brought back are incredibly significant. I request that we be allowed to examine them.
They're my personal belongings, so you have no right to touch them without my permission. Oh my god,
Okay,
Ed, will
can
you
we
touch
touch
my
them?
belongings? Just like you do all have.
You're such a pervert.
Consent, Edgeworth. Objection! I wish to examine them for the sake of the investigation. But if you wish to deny us access to them, Agent Lang, let's hear your opinion on this.
I say, let them look at your stuff, Sheena.
Lang.
Sheena, let's put it all out in the open. If you're really innocent, then you have nothing to worry about, right?
I guess so. Alright, go ahead and examine whatever you like. After all, I have nothing to hide.
Good. Now let us begin.
Gumshoe.
So, which of Mr. Sheena's belongings are you gonna examine, sir?
Coat!
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 Let's
Actually, no.
examine the... What? What?
Look at the makeup brand, so that way we know how much expensive it is. Steal it! I'm kidding.
Yes. It's a present for Kay. Let's examine the coat.
Yes, sir!
It appears you've managed to stain your coat rather badly, Agent Sheena. The Yatagarasu that Kay saw was wearing a coat, and I'm beginning to wonder if this stain wasn't created when you went through the fireplace.
No, you have it all wrong. That spot probably got on my coat when I was helping the police put out the fire.
And what about this dark substance around the hem of your coat?
That's called fashion? Oh, I didn't realize that the hem was that dirty. I'm sure that it's just some water mixed with salt from when I was helping out with the fire.
I don't think so. You think you can get away with such a transparent lie?
Yeah, don't lie to us, pal. This is the same pattern of dirt that got in my coat when I went through the fireplace.
Your words are ring hollow in the absence of evidence, you know? So unless you can prove that the dirt on my coat is from the fireplace.
Which I can.
What? How?
You did a great job, Detective Gumshoe.
Misa, what did I do?
This coat. This is exactly the piece of evidence I was searching for. I had been hoping to find the coat that the person K saw was wearing. And thanks to you, we proved that going through the fireplace would sully a coat.
I don't quite get what you're trying to say, but I'm happy for the praise, sir.
All
I
that
never
remains is for us to show what the dark substance on the coat hem is.
Oh, and you think you can do that?
Of course I can. This is the dark substance that sullied the hem of this coat.
The ink! The ink!
The ink! The ink!
The ink!
Let me guess, he's gonna light it on fire. Take that!
Bubble sink.
Yes, this is what will prove that the coat went through the fire Yes, this is what will prove that the coat went through that fireplace. According to Ambassador Peleno, he burned some files in the fireplace this morning.
You told us about that already, so I don't really see the point in mentioning it again.
My point is that he spilled some ink onto the black wall of the fireplace that time. If the dark substance on this coat turns out to be Babali's ink, it would prove that you and this coat went through the revolving fireplace wall.
Ah!
Sorry to have clipped one of your wings, Yatagarasu, but we're not finished yet.
But you have no way of proving whatever or not this is Babylon ink on the coat.
Huh, but I do, and I intend to show that it is ink in a few seconds.
Huh, how?
How, you ask? Well, since you don't seem to know, allow me to show you. This is how I will prove that the dark substance on the coat is Babali's ink. We can find out whether that is Babali's ink or not by lighting it on fire.
So that's how you're gonna prove that it's Babali's ink?
Yes, if you could please cut a section of the dark-stained area for me, I'd appreciate it. Because I will show you here and now what the dark substance is.
Sheena, sorry to do this to you, but I'm gonna have to cut off a bit of your coat.
Go ahead. I wasn't planning to wear it anymore anyway.
Now then, if someone could loan me a lighter or something.
Oh, I've got some matches. I always carry them with me so I can light smoke bombs.
Then, if I could please have one, Kay, we can get this experiment underway.
The flame!
It's the same color as the flames of wit crystal oil produces, which means...
Babali's ink is a product of wit crystal oil, and when lit, the ink produces a green flame. I believe the time has come to clip the Yatagarasu's other wing.
Machina, you're the fake Yatagarasu! The one who killed my father!
It's about time you came clean, Agent Sheena. Or should I say, Callisto you?
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, you're not serious, are you?
Do I look like the joking type to you?
Callisto you. I've never heard that name before in my life. That manner of speaking, that attitude. You haven't changed a bit in 7 years.
You're the defense attorney that killed Mr. Faraday and then tried to frame me for it!
Oh, really? Do you have any proof? You insist that I'm the Callisto you woman, but you can't prove it. If you have no proof, then I'm afraid you won't be able to lay a single finger on me.
Objection!
Smells like Chanel.
The raven is a very unique bird, one that flies by the darkness of night. However, the light of dawn has arrived, and it will reveal your true, ugly form to the world.
Enough pottery. I want to see some evidence. Do you really have something that can prove she is Callisto you?
I do. It's something that the second Yatagarasu has preserved for us these last 7 years.
Do me the honor, Mr. Edgeworth.
I will, Kay, for we have finally come to an end. We'll prove her to be Callisto you with this, and clip this Yatagarasu's wings for good.
The perfume!
Take that!
How though?
Yeah, how actually? This perfume. This will prove you to be
She's still
Callisto
using it.
you.
It will.
Kay has preserved it perfectly for us. Surely you remember this bottle? This belonged to Miss Yu just before she disappeared 7 years ago. Naturally, this means that a few of her fingerprints are on here as well.
Ooh. This is the bottle of perfume you spilled, which I've preserved ever since. I heard from my father, Burton Faraday, that if stored under the right conditions, a fingerprint can be preserved for decades. Which means that your fingerprints are still on here. Every last one.
We can clear everything up if we were to compare the prints on this to your own. Now come, Agent Sheena. Will you submit yourself to a fingerprint test?
Guard the doors!
Oh my god.
You're so good at that.
Oh my gosh. It looks like you've seen right through me yet again. You're sending the biggest chills down my spine, Edgeworth.
Callisto, you.
So you've shown your true face at last. This feeling of thrill, it's even greater than that of 7 years ago.
Sheena, you're...
Leg, I really enjoyed our days together. I really did. You're insanely strong, nice, kind-hearted. Idiot of a man.
What? So you were a spy all along? You were the imposter? A mole sent by the snuggling ring I've been chasing after. Somehow, who've been feeding them intel on Interpol all this time?
Very good. Maybe you're not as big of an idiot as I thought.
Oh, it's still you. The one who killed my father 7 years ago. You're her, aren't you? The fake Yatagarasu.
That's right, Callisto, you. That's just one of my many names. But even that is just a facade. Good evenings, ladies and gentlemen. I am the great thief, Yatagarasu.
Callisto, you, this time you won't escape, for this is the end of the road for you. Now come along quietly.
You know, you're the one who left the strongest impression on me, K48. And you had not used that Yatagarasa's gadget. I might have never known who you were. But here you are, being thrown in my side, just like your father always was.
Kay, don't!
India, I'll never forget. Oh, it's you.
I'll never forgive you for what you did to my father.
You really are just like him. Mr. 48 too possesses such a laughable honesty.
Oh shit!
Oh shit.
Kay!
You let go of Kay right now, pal!
You despicable!
Let go of me, you filthy...
You think I'm a fake, don't you? Well, unfortunately for you, I'm the real Yatagarasu. But
That's impossible. My father was the one who created the little thief.
Hey, Edgeworth. The Yatagarasu has 3 legs. Do you know why is that?
Why, it has 3 legs.
Batman, there are 3 main reasons why the Yatagarasu will always be one step ahead. First, the Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. Second, the Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system.
No, it can't be.
Did you finally figure it out? Do you finally know the real identity of the Yatagarasu?
The real identity of the Yatagarasu is
Neither person.
neither person?
No, wait. Because, like, when I'm trying to figure out, she said Callisto Yu is also a facade name.
Yeah.
Now, Born Faraday is. She says it's not him. She has 3 legs. So,
It's probably
maybe
someone
Callisto Yu
else.
was the previous Yatagarasu, Birdie and Faraday is the second Yatagarasu, and neither person, which is probably going to be Yu's real name, is the Yatagarasu, the third one.
I'm going with that too. The real identity of the Yatagarasu is neither Burn Faraday nor Callisto Yu. But by the same token, they are also both the real Yatagarasu.
What?
How very precise of you.
No way!
The single person known as the Great Thief Yatagarasu never existed.
Mr. Edgeworth! No! I refuse to believe this.
The Yatagarasu is known to have 3 special skills. Skill number 1. The Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. And a lawyer who would have the opportunity to learn the layout of client corporations. Skill number 2. The Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system. And a good prosecutor would be well versed in the ways of a criminal.
And skill number 3. The Yatagarasu doesn't leave a single shred of evidence behind. Ever. Oh! Oh!
No! Detective Bad!
It's me, Batman! It was only natural for the Yatagarasu to never leave evidence behind. Because the lead detective on the case hid it all away.
He's the third Yatagarasu?
You're the 3rd member of the Yatagarasu?
That's why it has 3 legs, dumbass.
Oh.
You. I've been looking for you for a long time. 7 long years, and I finally got you. Poison Ivy, you're going down.
No! I need to be gay with Harley Quinn. It's game on. It's game on. You can't hurt me. Why, Mr. Bud? Long time no see. What happened to us? We used to be such a great team. What happened to us? We used to be best friends.
If you were such a great team, then why did you kill my father 7 years ago?
Oh, why indeed? Oh, it was nothing personal, really. It was just another person I had to kill.
How can you say that?
I grow wary of this, and this about time for everyone to come for an end.
Oh, no.
Did you just say Shaw?
Huh?
Okay, sorry. And this time, I won't miss.
Stop!
You!
Kay!
It's over, Sheena. It's over!
Damn!
Holy shit.
You idiot! What were you thinking, jumping in front of my gun like that? What are you risking your life for? I'm sorry, Detective Bad, but no matter what past she may have had, or even if she is a spy, it doesn't change the fact that she is my subordinate. And as long as she is, I can't allow harm to come to her, not even from you.
You really are an idiotic, you know that?
That's fine with me. You should know by now that this is just how I am. Hey, sis.
Hey, how can it be in 2 places at once?
Shaw.
Yes, sorry, I got things for my grandma. Anyway.
I want you to conduct a full body search. Sheena might have another weapon on her.
Alright. Detective Gumshoe, your assistance, please.
Sir! Hey, I found something. What is it, sir? It looks like the blade of a knife, but it doesn't have a handle.
This is a great find, Detective.
Is it? It is, sir?
Let's try pairing it up with this. Let's try pairing up this blade with this handle.
Ah ha ha ha!
Take that! Take it and put it on. Take that. I believe this blade actually belongs with the handle that was on the murder weapon.
Hey, they fit together perfectly, like you and me.
What about our AOT watching gun?
This blade must have been taken from the crime scene when the knife handles were switched.
I'm gonna go return this Babylese knife now.
All right. I trust that you'll make sure that it is returned to Ambassador Palino. I believe
Yeah,
that
think-
makes it
now.
perfectly clear who did
Edward
it.
would be Reiner Kinney, and Gumshoe would be head over heels for Sasha and Connie's duet. Like, their duet.
That was my favorite scene.
Is this an Attack on Titan reference?
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's good. I believe this makes it perfectly clear who did it, Callisto, you. For the only time the handles could have been switched is just after Mr. Kojiman's murder. Which means that you must be Mr. Kojiman's killer.
You
killed
could say
Mr.
she kills
Kojiman.
Gucci's?
Gucci. You killed Mr. Kojiman with the Alibastion knife. Oh, he just dropped dead. Switched the handles, and then took the original blade of the Babylese knife with you. Later, you allowed yourself to be spotted by Kay near the open-air stage. You used the fireplace to lose her, and then you went back to accuse her of the murder. Does that about sum it up?
I hate that objection.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
You corrupted and didn't tell, Edward. But there are two problems with it.
Problems? In what respect?
Why do you think my real reason was in allowing her to chase after me?
Huh?
It was also I could capture K38.
What?
When I saw you using that device, Gateway Land, I knew right away that you were Brian Friday's daughter. I became curious, so I researched a little into your background. That's how I found out that you were on the trail of the Yatagarasu.
So that's why he tried to pin Mr. Cochin's murder on me.
Yes, I knew you would show up at the embassy tonight. So I thought to use you, but pinning the murder on you wasn't my only goal.
You had another?
Yes. Once I had you under arrest, I planned to search you. And take that little device to rightfully belongs to me, the true Yatagarasu.
You were going to take little thief away from me?
Is that so surprising? I mean, I am a thief.
I
7
wanted
years
to.
ago. It was thanks to that device that Freddy was able to infiltrate this place. Infiltrate. But he stole more than he should have. I had thought time recovering that precious key.
Then the person who stole the Yatagarasu's key was Mr. Faraday.
That incident 7 years ago.
What was the catalyst behind it?
In the eyes of the smuggling ring, the Yatagarasu has become a problem. It was an especially pleasant assignment.
Then why? Why did you become a member of the Yatagarasu?
Why? There is no why. I was destined to betray everyone from the very beginning.
From the beginning? What is that supposed to mean?
The person I take orders from hasn't changed, even now to this day.
Does this mean that the leader of the smuggling ring wasn't Mr. Kochiman? Then the real leader is still out there pulling the strings.
Are you done asking what you need to know? Because if so, we should probably get going. And you're going to tell me everything you did tonight. Do you understand, Sheena?
Yeah, I guess I should tell you that. I was the one who set the Babylon's embassy on fire.
And why did you do that?
I suppose it was to destroy all evidence of the counterfeit bills.
That was what the smuggling was trying to do, but then why start two fires?
Sorry, but I can't tell you anything about that, Ring. It's all your job to complete the investigation after all. I've had my fun, now it's your turn to enjoy the ride.
Wait. Miss Sheena.
Yes? What do you want?
When I fell to the floor earlier, these fell at my feet.
What about them?
They're such pretty hair sticks that I thought, well, that I should return them to you.
You can have them. They're not of my use anymore. If you don't want them, you can always just throw them away.
No, I want to keep them.
Suit yourself. I thought you were going to stop me, honestly. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. Edgeworth. About that second problem I had with your story. I didn't kill anyone tonight.
What?
I'm not saying that's a sore loser. Think of it as a hint, if you will.
Mr. Prosecutor,
Yes, Agent Fang?
mark my words, I'm not done here. I'll be back. And it got nothing to do with duty or anything because this has become my personal case. I may have been shot. But I'll show you just how dangerous a wounded wolf can be.
You better get that one treated, lad.
Why is everybody mad at Edgeworth?
His anger
You is the fucking killer! Why is everybody...
His anger appears to have negated the sensation of pain in his injured leg.
Why do you want...
Yeah.
Really?
It's finally over, Kay.
I feel like I've peered into her heart a little, you know? And it's so cold, and dark, and incredibly lonely. The person who was giving her all these commands. The one who thought my father was a problem to be removed.
That
That person is the real ringleader behind the smuggling ring. Oh, wait.
That's fine.
Edgeworth, what happened to your voice?
I became possessed by Edgeworth. My apologies.
Yes.
Mr. Edgeworth, I have a favor to ask. Can you hold on to these hair sticks for me? They're really pretty, just like the ones they were selling for the Jam and Ninja show. But until this case is over, I don't think I can look at them without being overcome.
I understand. I'll take a good care of them for you. There is a bit of soil stuck on the ends of these sticks.
Soil.
Oh, I guess it's that time already, huh?
So it's midnight. The dawn of another day.
Hey, Pops, thanks a bunch. Oh, he actually is his dad. Thanks a bunch. You've really done a lot for everyone all these years. Dick Grayson and
Bad.
Batman.
Batman, don't tell me today's the day.
Yeah, it is. With this, I can retire in peace. And also in jail. It was down to the wire, and we almost didn't make it. But we did it. We solved everything.
But that's just it. We haven't solved everything yet. The
It
ringleader
was
of the
a
smuggling
tripwire.
ring you, the Yatagarasu, were chasing after.
The legend of that Yatagarasu is now over. Mr. Edgeworth, that bit of logic earlier. It was brilliant.
Thank you, thank you.
I feel like I can leave it all in your hands. I'm counting on you.
Is it really true, Uncle Bad? Were you also a part of the Yatagarasu?
As I said to you earlier, someone needed to protect Gotham. I'm truly sorry. I wanted nothing but a peaceful life for you.
Keyboard. Sorry.
Uncle Bad.
Hey, don't take it so seriously. It's all just one big joke, right? Like the Joker, Zvari.
Unfortunately, it isn't.
Why so serious? Oh, come on, sir. She's just yanking on my chain, isn't she, Mr. Edgeworth?
Detective Bad, Wait, no, you are no longer a detective. Mr. Bad, I'd like to ask you about the Yatagarasu.
Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth, here, I should give these back to you.
These are...
These are.
Oh,
Haha.
everyone's possessing Edgeworth.
I feel all 10 different souls overcoming me.
Are you a fae? Are you a fae?
Oh, maybe.
He's a fae.
What happened? What happened on the Hazakura Temple? Ooh. The pages from my KG8 the pages from my KG8 case files that the Yatagarasu stole from my office.
Wait, what? Mr. Edgeworth, I must apologize for last night.
Oh, it was Detective Bond.
So the Yatagarasu who stole into my room was you, was it?
Wait, then that means what? Tell me it's not true. Dad, please. That's too insane for me to believe, Dad.
It's true, son. Even if it's not something you want to hear. The KGA incident, it was a very emotionally trying case. That's where I lost my parents. We stood in that courtroom, Faraday as the prosecutor, and I as the lead detective. Faraday had evidence in his possession that would prove the defendant guilty. However, because it was stolen, the defendant was found innocent. You was the elder sister of the victim in the case. When the defendant was pronounced not guilty, she let out a great wail. That's when we realized there was a limit to what the law could do. Justice needed to be served. The way to bring someone like that to justice was to do it outside of the courts. That's what we thought at the time. That's how we formed the Justice League, Yatagarasu. And we vowed to bring to light any dirty dealings companies had with the ring. Including companies that dealt with the Amano Group.
Mr. Amano's conglomerate?
We called ourselves the Yatagarasu and flexed our collective muscle. We exposed all sorts of shady dealings as a warning to the business world as a whole. By doing that, we were able to stop the higher-ups from covering things up. And then it was finally time. We had finally arrived at the moment when we finally out the ringleader's true identity. But it was then that you literally stabbed us in the heart. And Faraday, he died for it.
But why? Wasn't she the sister of the victim in the KG8 incident?
After Faraday's death, I looked into her past. And that's when I found out that she was a phony. The victim of the KG8 incident CCU. She never had a sister.
What? Then that means...
No, yeah, that was expected.
Shino wasn't the only fake name she used. Callisto U was another pseudonym. From the very beginning, that woman was a spy sent by the snuggling ring to snuggle with us.
She said it herself. I was destined to betray everyone from the very beginning.
Anyway, let's return to the real topic at hand. Mr. Edgeworth, this trump card that was stuck onto the page of this case file. Please use it wisely.
Trump card?
That photo that we had stuck on here, try peeling it off. Behind it slumbers a piece of evidence that Faraday had hid away all those years ago.
It's the mark of the Yatagarasu. But why?
This is a directives card from the big boss. Take a look at the back. This was something Coach had on him at the time of the KG8 incident 10 years ago. That blood is from the victim of the incident, Miss CCU.
But why is the card adorned with the mark of the Yatagarasu?
The reason why we called ourselves the Yatagarasu was because of the three-legged raven mark that the snuggling ring boss used. Apparently, orders from the boss would come on these cards without fail. The person who received the order was supposed to burn it immediately after reading it. And apparently, it burns a bright green flame when set ablaze.
So you mean the cards were written in Babalese ink?
That fact that the cards had Cochin was made into Faraday's hands after all is nothing short of a miracle. We decided that whenever we stole anything, we would send a card along with it to the police.
So that's what those white cards are.
The great thief they used to mark that that only those within the ring would know. It was our message to the ringleader. Now we were only a few steps behind.
That's so epic.
It is.
The trump card. And one more thing, son. Detective Gumshoe. I trust this to you, my lollipop.
The lollipop?
What is this? I don't want your saliva, Dad.
This is what I was talking about earlier. During the KG8 incident, Faraday had this in his possession. Not the lollipop. This important definitive piece of evidence.
But I thought it was stolen. How do you have it?
Excuse me.
The person that stole it from us 10 years ago
With me.
was a man by the name of Ernest Amano. And he had it locked and hidden away for all this time. But we forced him in to tell us where it was finally after the other day's kidnapping case.
This video.
No, Lynn's not here.
No.
Someone voice this guy.
Yo, Mochi, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Mochi,
Wait, what? Oh,
Mochi. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
He's supposed to be an
I think
athlete.
this is his only line.
Yeah. Just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it.
Don't come any closer. I'm warning you.
It's Peter. This is the same video as the one Mr. Portman was trying to conceal from me.
It would seem that even he was caught up in the ring's web. Amano was preparing to take the big on the boss someday. And the video was his insurance. That's where the prosecutor comes in. He was to retrieve the video. On top of that, he was apparently instructed to sneak into your office and steal the trump card. You saw it for yourself, right? The card that told him to preserve the evidence.
Then that card was not the calling card of the Yatagarasu, but rather a directive's card from the ringleader to Mr. Portsman.
The two pieces together make for a strong weapon for whoever holds them, just like me and Robin.
Oh, is he?
The evidence Mr. Portsman thought to withhold from me, and the one that you stole from my office last night. Both pieces are illegal, and for me to use either one is...
Whether you use them or not is up to you. But they will be of help to you when you take on someone who's above the law.
Is the boss one of those who cannot be brought to court that Mr. Faraday spoke of? Detective Bad, there is no limit to the law, for it is the people who determine the limits to them.
You still insist that even now, you really are something else. I leave the rest in your hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, the handcuffs. It's time to lock up the last remaining member of the Yatagarasu.
Dad, please, no.
Don't ever lose yourself, detectives. Don't ever lose your detective spirit.
Hey, Pops, what's happening? This isn't justice.
If this man is everything that you say he is, then this city needs me. Like I always told you, do not get yourself involved. Now, let's go.
Yes, sir.
I'm Batman. Bye-bye.
Bye, Batman.
Going to jail now.
He even disappeared, just like Batman does. Is this really the end of a legend?
It is not who we are underneath, but what we do that defines us.
And we'll see you guys next
Next
time. The
time.
end.